Hello, YouTube live stream. Hello. Hi. I'm on here to share about trusting in self and following the world that we live in is very selfish. This is a selfish world. Okay. And I'm on here to share Proverbs 11:28. How we supposed to trust in ourselves. We're not supposed to follow ourselves, even though the world tells you to do that. When people are coming up with their own opinion and what they think, that's trusting in yourself. That's not good. When people say, "Oh, you're entitled to your opinion," that's trusting in self. Mm-mm. That's what the world says, and that's not good. To listen to self and to follow what self says. Don't never tell you the truth. Self is not gonna tell you the truth. Self ain't gonna tell you the truth. Mm-mm. So that's what I'm on here to share. What the Bible says about trusting in yourself, following yourself, and listening to your own mind and following your opinion and what you think. So that's what I'm all here to share about. Because we're not supposed to be trusting in ourselves. This is a selfish world we live in. It's very selfish. So I'm over here to share what the Bible says about not trusting in yourself. Because self ain't gonna never tell you the truth. Self will never tell you the truth. Mm-mm. So that's what I'm on here to share. Proverbs 11:28. Yep. But how to trust in Jesus Christ, and not to trust and follow yourself. Following self ain't no good. So that's what I'm on here to share. It says in Proverbs 11:28, those who trust in self are fools, but those who walk in wisdom are kept safe. There is safety in the wisdom of Jesus Christ. But see, you a free moral agent. You can make a choice to follow Christ or follow you. That's your choice. Okay? That's your choice who you want to follow. But trusting in self don't work. Following self is not gonna tell you the truth. And that's what the world promotes. That's why our world is so messed up right now. That's why our world is so messed up. Because listening to self and following self is no good. Yep, God's way is better, but you're a free moral agent. You got to make a choice of who you gonna follow. Okay, it's got to be your choice about who you're gonna follow every day. But those who trust in self are fools. But those who walk in wisdom are kept safe. There is safety. There is safety in the wisdom of Jesus Christ. There's safety in God's wisdom. There's safety in the wisdom of Jesus Christ. There's a lot of safety in God's wisdom. Okay? But trusting in self, it just don't work. Self is never gonna tell you the truth. And people try to go by common sense. Common sense don't work either. Nope, that doesn't work. But you're a free moral agent. You got to make a choice of who you're gonna follow. But I know that trust in self don't ever work. Nah, following self it doesn't work. No, it don't work. Following following God's way is better. So I'm going to James. I'm going to James 3:17, and this is about wisdom because there is safety. There is safety in the wisdom of Jesus Christ. But self ain't self self can't help you. Listening to self and following self, that don't it just don't work. It just don't work when you listening to yourself and you trusting in self. Man, that is dangerous. That is dangerous, listening to self and following self. And it says in James 3:17, it says there's two kind of wisdoms in this world. There's two kind of wisdoms in this world today. In James 3:17, it says, "Who is wise among you and understand? Let them show it by their good life and good deeds done in humility and wisdom. But if wisdom that comes from humility, but if you harbor envy and selfishness and animosity in your heart, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Such wisdom come down from earth and is unspiritually. And it says, where you have envy, selfishness, and animosity, therefore you find disorder and every evil practice. That's the wisdom of this world. The wisdom of this world is no good. Do you notice that the world goes by common sense? What's common? The world's wisdom don't work. The wisdom of this world is no good. Okay? The wisdom of the world is no good. It's no good. Trusting in self and following self is no good. The wisdom of this world is no good. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is pure. That's the wisdom I'm seeking. I'm seeking wisdom that comes from heaven. That's the wisdom I'm seeking every day, every single day. The wisdom that comes from Jesus Christ is pure and is full of peace. Okay, so there is safety in the wisdom of Jesus Christ. Okay, his wisdom is awesome. Trusting in self is no good. I know we're not perfect, it's not about perfection, but trusting in God's way is better and his wisdom is better. Bye bye.